Relisha Rudd didn't vanish from a dark alley or an abandoned building. She disappeared from a homeless shelter filled with people, right under everyone's nose, and no one noticed for weeks. In 2014, an 8-year-old girl named Relisha Rudd vanished from the nation's capital in one of the most unsettling and confusing missing child cases in recent American history. She wasn't walking home alone. She wasn't snatched from a playground. She had been living in a city-run homeless shelter, housed inside an old hospital building, with her mother and 3 younger brothers. And the man last seen with her? He wasn't a stranger. He worked there. His name was Khalil Tatum. On paper, he was a janitor. In reality, he had built an unusual bond with Relisha and her family, a bond that would raise serious red flags only after it was far too late. How it began. Relisha's life had never been easy. Her family had been homeless on and off for years. By 2014, they were living in the DC General Family Shelter, a repurposed hospital known for poor conditions, security lapses, and frequent complaints. Despite these challenges, Relisha was known to be bright and friendly. Teachers and school staff adored her. But in February 2014, she stopped showing up to school. At first, her mother, Shamika Young, offered excuses. She told the school that Relisha was sick and being cared for by a Dr. Tatum. But there was no Dr. Tatum. That name referred to Khalil Tatum, the janitor at the shelter who had been giving gifts to Relisha, including a tablet and money. What shocked everyone? The school accepted this excuse for weeks. Who was Khalil Tatum? Tatum was a 51-year-old man with a criminal record, including burglary and firearms charges. Yet somehow, he passed background checks and was employed at the shelter. Staff at the shelter and family members later revealed that Tatum had formed a relationship with Shamika and her daughter. He took Relisha to events, hotels, even gave her a phone. Multiple adults had seen Tatum with Relisha, outside of work, without raising an alarm. It wasn't until March 19th, 18 days after she was last seen at school, that anyone officially reported her missing. The investigation unfolds. Once the investigation began, everything escalated rapidly. Surveillance footage placed Tatum and Relisha together at a Holiday Inn in Northeast DC on February 26th. That was the last confirmed sighting of her. Days later, Tatum's own wife, Andrea, was found dead, shot in the head at a motel in Prince George's County. Police believe Khalil Tatum killed her. A full-scale search for both Relisha and Tatum began. Police warned the public, Tatum is armed and dangerous. Then on March 31st, Tatum was found dead in a shed in a Washington, D.C. park, suicide by gunshot. But Relisha was nowhere to be found. What happened to Relisha? That's the haunting question. Police believe that Tatum likely killed her, but no body has ever been found. Some believe he may have trafficked her. Others wonder if someone else was involved. Despite extensive searches, including drainage tunnels, wooded parks, and rivers, no trace of Relisha has ever been recovered. Investigators believe Tatum died with secrets that could have solved the case. Failures that let this happen. This case exposed deep failures in school systems, allowing an 8-year-old to be excused for weeks without medical verification. Child welfare. Relisha was already known to Child Protective Services. Shelter management. A janitor with a criminal history unsupervised around vulnerable families. Law enforcement delays. By the time the investigation began, she had already been missing for weeks. Where is the case today? Years have passed. Memorials have been held, awareness campaigns launched, but Relisha's fate remains unknown. To this day, her face appears on missing child posters. Her name is spoken in community meetings. People still hope for answers or a miracle. The most painful part? If someone had acted sooner, Relisha might have been saved. Call to action for video ending. If you found this case disturbing, share this video to help keep Relisha Rudd's story alive. Comment below. Do you believe she's still out there? Subscribe for more unsolved, real-life crime stories that demand attention.